Everyone, it is TexAgs Rewind from day 4 of SEC Media Days. You see Liucci behind me. He's been working the phones literally all night, all day. People stopping him. He's working and trying to find out the latest when it comes to the University of Texas and Oklahoma trying to get into the SEC. It's not been a fun thought about that, but reality is reality, and are we going towards the Super Conference or Super League? All those conversations we happened to have on the show. We had Jordan Rodgers to start off the show in the very beginning. He was phenomenal. SEC Network, obviously the brother of Aaron Rodgers, played at Vanderbilt. He was great. We had Phil Steele breaking down Texas A&M. Really likes the direction they're going. We ran our interviews with Greg Sankey, DeMarvin, Leal, and Green, too, Kenyon Green as well. Obviously, Liucci was on the show, broke that all down. You'll want to watch it all. It's a great week here from SEC Media Days.
As we sit right now, the gap between A&M and Alabama is slightly bigger than it was last year. Now, I say that with the fact that A&M, with a few question marks answered, will be a much better team than last year. But those question marks being up front at O-line, I think their O-line is going to come together a lot better than people think. But in the quarterback as well, if you just look at what you guys had last year, you had a quarterback that knew the system like the back of his hands, right? Had his ups and downs, I get it. But a guy that could win the play pre-snap, get the team always in the right protection, the right run play, and he was still getting blasted at times. I mean, Kellen took a ton of hits over his career, even with the solid offensive line. So that piece I worry about a little bit. Sure. How that's going to come to, it will take time. I think the offensive line will be good next year. And I think Haynes King will allow his athleticism to take over at times. But again, I'm not comfortable saying they're closer this year because those two question marks to me are huge question marks. They will get solved, but how quickly will they get solved?
As well. What is it that to you that you think Haynes brings to the table?
Well, he's a guy that's got the speed. He's got the athleticism that you want, but he's not just an athletic quarterback. He's 6'3", 200. He's got the arm strength. He's got 4.4 speed. And he's, Coach Fisher told me he's a throwback guy, and I love that. He's a competitor. He's tough. And when you got a quarterback like that, he can become a winner, especially with the supporting cast that he has. With Isaiah Spiller in the backfield, Aeneas Smith. There's plenty of talent, plenty of playmakers to distribute the ball to. And I like the fact of how athletic he is and yet a quality passer.
Yeah,
we're here with DeMarvin. All right, I can't do this. I'm not as cool as you. I'll give this to you right here. Hey, man, we're talking about the upcoming season. How ready are you guys for this one, especially the way last season ended, being left out and just that chip on your shoulder?
I feel like we're extremely ready this year. We know what our standard is. We know what our culture is, and we're just able to get after it, and we're not done. We ended the season 4th overall last year, and we ended on a good note, and we're just ready to continue that.
What about leadership for you, taking that big step? You guys lost some guys on the defense, overall 9 coming back, but you taking that leadership role.
Yes, sir. I'm just blessed to be in the position that I'm in right now, and just being able to lead the young guys, and just having older guys that's been there before me and that's there when I got there just with me, and it's just a blessing to be surrounded by these type of people.
How's it with Coach Fisher? I mean, when I hear him talk, I want to play for him, right? I'm in the audience listening to him, and I'm ready to run through a wall for him. What about for you guys?
Oh, man, we're ready to go to war. We're ready to go through it. It doesn't matter. It's any time, any place. We're down for it, especially with Jimbo. He has complete confidence in us and what we can do, and so that just helps us out as individuals.
Now, I know you're not going to tell us the new name of the Wrecking Crew, but can you give me like a hint, something, so whenever it comes out, I'll be like, I get it now.
It needs to be deserved first. Okay. Yes, sir.
But it's going to be special, right?
It's going to be special.
All right, how special are you guys going to be this year overall?
Overall, we're going to be fantastic. It's going to be something. It's going to be amazing to watch and very special.
Last thing for you, I know that you're thinking about the season, but the NFL's calling, man. Do you think about that at this point, or do you wait?
I'm waiting to think about that. I'm just sticking to what I needed to do, trying to do all 9 yards, and just make sure that I'm the man that I need to be for my team and for my family just to be successful.
Appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
Right now, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Get the chance, talk to these wonderful people. Get a chance, put the brand out there, Texas A&M. It's a blessing, being here.
When you hear Jimbo talk and talk with that passion and the mood he has set from the beginning, just what do you guys think about heading into the season like that?
especially with Jimbo. You know, we have a lot of confidence in us, and us as a team, you know, we have confidence. So just can't wait for the season to get here. You know, get it started.
Explain the transition to us, guard to left tackle. I mean, is it that big of a transition? Do you feel like it's something that is in your wheelhouse?
Well, yes, I feel like I can do it. You know, it's a big transition. You know, different styles of play. You know, you got to be more patient. You know, at tackle, and I feel like I can do that.
What about that backfield you guys have? The skill positions everywhere, honestly, but how that makes your job better, and you can open it up for them, and vice versa, how they can make you look good as well.
Right. We have a lot of great skill players. We got a lot of great players, you know, on the team, and with that experience, you know, they already have, it's just going to make it better.
What about the quarterback room? I know you guys don't have a quarterback just yet, but you have a lot of capable guys. Zach and Haynes seem to be the front runners. Just talk about their skill sets.
They're both great players. You know, can throw the ball deep, know how to pick coverages, make you know, find the open man, running the ball. Both of them can run. So I'm proud of them. I can't wait for the season to get here. You know, and see how it goes.
Does it feel like it's going to be a special year for you guys?
Yes, it do.
Thank you very much.
I think right now it feels like it would take a lot to stop this train of momentum. It's been going down the tracks, I think, for a while. And I've talked to people around the SEC, outside of A&M. I've talked to people that are connected politically in Austin. They did a good job of getting this way down the track. And I know how hard that is because I watched A&M try to do it. I watched Texas try to do it. To get to the Pac-16. Texas did it, though. Remember, they presented a Pac-16 thing, and it fell apart. I think they learned their lesson, and let's not do anything big, and let's just grab one partner and get the heck out of here. You wonder, like, it's funny because Texas should have done that in hindsight 10 years ago with just A&M. Oklahoma could have done that. Oklahoma had the opportunity. Oklahoma calls Texas daddy. Let's make one thing clear. The Sooners dominate and own Texas on the field. The Sooners are dominated and owned in the realm of realignment and conference affiliation, just like everyone else in that league is. They are beholden to Texas. They are manipulated like a marionette puppet by Texas. In Oklahoma, it's embarrassing how much so that's the case. Now, I'm not saying them trying to move to the SEC is embarrassing, but they are led around on a leash by Texas when it comes to decisions such as these, or they would have been in the SEC 10 years ago. The only thing, David, that I think it's a matter of more a matter of when than if, because I've seen A&M try to get out. I've seen Texas try to make a move. There's a lot getting in the way. There's Baylor, there's TCU, there's Texas Tech, there's Oklahoma State. There's blowing up and dissolving a conference, and there's TV contracts, and OU and Texas will take. They're saying they're willing to take a huge hit financially to get out. But what happened is the TV deal, the Fox TV deal, looked so pitiful and so bad when it came to the renewing of the grant rights and the new TV deal that it made them realize what I've said for 10 years. Your league is a dumpster fire. It is a dead man walking. It's a dying conference. It has no future. And they finally came to that realization and said, let's get out in front of it. But the thing is, the ACC approached them first, is what I was told yesterday from a very reliable source.
Approached Texas and Oklahoma?
The ACC approached Texas and Oklahoma. And Texas and Oklahoma did exactly what the ACC heard. They were really unhappy with the TV deal. Bowlesby is apparently peddling, adding teams that bring nothing to the table for the conference. And I don't know who they are, but just think along the lines of like Houston or Cincinnati or UCF or BYU.
Doesn't move the needle.
Something that doesn't move the needle at all and doesn't change the dynamic, doesn't change the power structure. If it was Notre Dame and Florida State, this conversation would not be happening. So the ACC knew that. They reached out, and Oklahoma and Texas did what A&M did when Texas came at them with the Pac-16. They said, timeout, let us pull back and think about this. I'm not sure that's necessarily what we want to do. So obviously the first thing they did was reach out to the SEC. It makes the most sense for both those programs. It's a fit. The money is obviously what they're looking for. And to me, if Greg Sankey let this get down the road to as close to the finish line as it could without all this coming out, which by the way, that was absolutely an A&M leak, because I know Brent and we talked about it last night, and first of all, and what a great job for Brent yesterday. I thought he kicked ass.
Yeah.
But we found out about it from two different people, and I'm just saying that came from, I know it came from the A&M side, and I think it was kind of like, we need to let this out there before something gets done. And we need to it's like cockroaches running around. You shine a light, you turn on a light, and they scatter. And,
Right.
And that's what they needed, to have a light shined on them.
See what's happening? I'm trying to close up. Billy's working. And fixing his hair. That's what he does. He fixes his hair and he works and he goes to pack and he does all the good stuff. Hopefully you love the video. Smash the like button. Subscribe to our YouTube page. Also, make sure you become a subscriber. It is TexAgs Radio Rewind. Thanks so much. ACC Media Days.